Hello students. Since last few sessions we have been discussing about monopoly. We have examined the definition of monopoly. We have also analyzed the features of monopoly, types of monopoly, and explained the sources or bases of monopoly power. We know that a monopoly market is a market of a single firm. He is producing identical products and there is absence of close substitutes, and we know that there is no distinction between firm and industry. Besides, the monopolist is having control over supply and therefore he can influence price. In this video we are going to explain the nature of AR and MR curve, the equilibrium condition of monopoly market, short run and long run equilibrium. Initially we are moving to the nature of AR, average revenue and marginal revenue curves under monopoly. In our initial analysis we have said that the monopolist is also not free from the market forces, even though he is a single producer. In other words, we can say that monopolist is not free from market forces. If he want to sell more, he has to reduce price, or if he want to have higher price, then he must follow the demand which comes from the market. Therefore, a monopolist can fix either price or quantity, or he cannot fix both price and quantity together. Let us simply consider the price and quantity relationship of a monopolist. Here we have two variables, quantity and price. Suppose a monopolist has fixed to sell 50 units of his output, but in order to sell 50 units he has to fix the price of the commodity to 25 rupees, because if he is fixing price above 25, the quantity cannot be sold. Therefore, the producer or monopolist fixed his quantity initially and the price 25 is fixed by the market. Suppose the monopolist want to increase the sales of his product from 50 to 75, for example, he must reduce his price from 25 to 20. That means if he want to sell more, he has to reduce the price of his product. In the same manner, suppose if the producer want to increase the sales from 75 to 100, automatically he will have to reduce the price from price below 20. That means from 20 to, for example, 17. Here it is clear that if the producer want to sell more of his product, even though he is a monopolist, he has to reduce the price of his product. That price is normally termed as average revenue of the product, and this average revenue curve is the basic demand curve faced by a firm. If a producer want to reduce the price of his product in order to expand his sales, his average revenue curve will be downward sloping. To analyze the nature of AR and MR curve, we are going to draw a diagram. We have x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we have plotted quantity of the commodity, and on y-axis we have shown price. This price is the average revenue of the product. We are going to plot average revenue curve here. We know that average revenue curve is downward sloping because in order to expand sales, producer will have to reduce the price of his product. Therefore, this average revenue curve will be downward sloping, and this is basically the demand curve of the firm, demand curve faced by the firm. If average revenue is downward sloping, automatically we will be having a downward sloping marginal revenue curve which always lies below the AR curve. It can be plotted as MR curve. Under perfectly competitive market, AR curve is parallel to x-axis and if AR curve is parallel to x-axis, the MR curve will coincide. But if AR curve is downward sloping, MR curve will lie below the AR curve. There are various theoretical reasons behind the downward sloping nature of AR curve, and also we are having reasons to draw the MR curve below AR curve. Here the nature of AR curve, it is downward sloping with less elasticity. If the number of firms increases, this AR curve will be little bit flatter. In other words, if the number of firms is on increase, there will be more elastic AR curve, or the elasticity of AR curve will be increased. That means this AR curve will become little bit flatter, it move upwards, it will be like this. This is the AR1 curve, where the number of firms is on increase. If the number of firms are less, the AR curve will be less elastic. If the number of firms are increasing, AR will be more and more elastic. The nature of AR curve under monopolistic competition is like AR1 curve. The major difference between monopoly and monopolistic competition is that under monopoly there is only a single firm, and under monopolistic competition there are large number of firms, but they are producing differentiated products. We will explain monopolistic competition after explaining monopoly. Again, coming to the nature of AR curve, suppose if number of firms increases again, and if it reaches to the conditions of perfectly competitive market, this AR curve will become again flatter. That means it will be shifted upward, and it will ultimately parallel to x-axis. This is the AR curve 2, which is equal to the MR curve. That means if AR curve is parallel to x-axis, the MR curve will coincide, and the nature of AR curve will be perfectly elastic. Under monopoly, we are having less elastic AR curve, and as number of firms increases, the elasticity of AR curve also increase, and ultimately the elasticity will become infinity, which is equal to the AR curve of a perfectly competitive market. Now we are moving to explain the equilibrium conditions of monopoly market. Similar to perfect competition, equilibrium under monopoly also can be analyzed by using two methods, TR and TC, total revenue and total cost approach, and MC and MR approach. TR and TC approach is similar to that of perfect competition. In case of profit, total revenue will be higher than that of total cost, and producer will stop production when the gap between TR and TC is maximum. The equilibrium using TR and TC is as same as the condition of perfect competition. Therefore, we are now moving to explain the equilibrium condition of a monopoly firm using MC and MR approach. The basic equilibrium condition of a firm under monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and perfect competition in all other markets are same. MC should be equal to MR. That is the first and most important condition. And second condition, MC should cut MR curve from below. These two conditions are applicable to all the markets. Therefore, here also we are applying the same. Therefore, let us directly move into the equilibrium of a firm under monopoly. We have drawn x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we have shown output of the firm, and on y-axis we have represented revenue and cost condition. Now we are having an average revenue curve which is downward sloping. Corresponding to this average revenue curve, we are having a marginal revenue curve which is also downward sloping and lies below AR curve. This is MR curve. And we have a marginal cost curve. Here MC cuts MR curve at point E. Therefore, E is the point of equilibrium. Here, MC curve is cutting MR curve from below, and MC and MR are equal. Therefore, the firm produces OM level of output. Here, two conditions are satisfied. First one, MC is equal to MR, that is marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, and second condition, MC cuts MR from below, that means MC is rising. As the next step, we have to analyze whether the firm is earning abnormal profit, normal profit, or loss. There are certain misconceptions regarding the nature of monopoly, that monopoly always is having excess profit and monopoly price is always high. These are the two concepts which believed by the society, which may not always true. There is possibility of abnormal profit, there is possibility of loss, and sometimes even monopolist also can earn normal profit only. In order to check whether a firm is earning abnormal profit, loss, or normal profit, we need to compare it with average revenue with average cost. We already know that there are three possibilities. AR may be greater than AC, which means that revenue is more than cost and the firm is earning abnormal profit. AR may be equal to AC, that means firm is earning only normal profit, and AR may be less than AC. Here the firms are suffering loss. In case of monopoly, there is a single firm, therefore a firm is suffering loss. We know that under monopoly there is restrictions to the entry of new firms. It is not possible for a new firm to enter into the industry. In such a situation, the existing firms always will be earning abnormal profit in the long run. Therefore, AR will be greater than AC in the long run. That is, a monopolist always earns abnormal profit in the long run. The other two possibilities can be plotted in the short run. Let us explain the loss position of a firm under monopoly. In the figure, we have x-axis and output is shown in x-axis. Revenue and cost are shown on y-axis. We have an average revenue curve which is downward sloping. Corresponding to this average revenue curve, we have a downward sloping marginal revenue curve which lies below average revenue curve. This is the marginal revenue curve, and we are having an MC curve. After getting MC, we can plot the equilibrium. The equality between MC and MR is identified. Corresponding to this equilibrium point, we have identified equilibrium output as OM. The average revenue of the firm is to be identified. In order to identify average revenue, we have to extend this line from output to average revenue. That means the ME line is to be extended to MS. We have got MS average revenue. We are going to plot loss. We know that in case of loss, average revenue is less than that of average cost, and automatically average cost curve lies above the average revenue curve like this. Automatically average cost is more than that of average revenue and the firm is suffering loss. This also can be identified by extending MS line to this average cost curve. We got a point here, that is T. Therefore, MT is the average cost and MS is the average revenue. Therefore, loss per unit is equal to TS. At present, we are producing OM unit of output. Therefore, total loss is equal to output OM into ST, that is equal to this shaded area PSTN. This shaded area is the total loss of the monopoly firm. The nature of cost curves are similar to that of perfect competition. The only difference here is that average revenue and marginal revenue curves are downward sloping. If a monopoly firm is suffering loss in the short run, they will manage their output, adjust their supply, and ultimately they will be getting higher price, and in the long run the firm will be earning abnormal profit. As the next step, we have to identify the normal profit position of a monopoly firm. The equilibrium conditions are same. Here OM output is produced and we have got MS average revenue. In case of normal profit, this MS average revenue must be equal to average cost. Therefore, we need to identify an average cost curve which is downward sloping but tangent to point S, where the average revenue and average costs are equal. Here we have drawn an average cost curve. This is tangent to the average revenue curve at point S. Therefore, at equilibrium, average revenue is MS and average cost is also MS, and therefore the firm is earning only normal profit. If the firm is earning normal profit, the firm will adjust, the monopolist will adjust their supply and automatically price will be increased, and ultimately the firm will be earning abnormal profit in the long run. Therefore, one and only possibility in the long run is that the firm, the monopolist, is earning abnormal profit. As the next, we are going to plot abnormal profit position or long run equilibrium condition of a monopoly firm. We have average revenue and marginal revenue, and we have equilibrium point, and equilibrium output is identified at OEM. We have MS average revenue. We know that under abnormal profit condition, average revenue is greater than average cost. Therefore, average cost curve must lie below the average revenue curve, and it will be like this. Here, this average cost curve is lying below average revenue curve, especially at the time of equilibrium, and automatically we have got an average cost as MT. Therefore, average revenue is MS, average cost is MT. Therefore, profit of the firm is equal to TS per unit, and the firm produces OEM level of output. Automatically, the firm will be earning PSTN, that is the shaded area, total shaded area, as abnormal profit. The firm is earning PSTN abnormal profit. Per unit profit is TS. This is the long run equilibrium condition of a monopoly firm. Suppose if the market conditions are larger, the firm can extend their output even beyond their optimum capacity. Therefore, a monopoly firm in the long run may produce initially at the lowering stage of average cost, or at the optimum stage, that is minimum point of average cost, or maybe at an increasing stage of average cost as well. That means output or equilibrium can be identified at decreasing average cost, at the lowest minimum point of average cost, and also at the increasing stage of average cost. That depends upon the extent of the market. This is the analysis of long run equilibrium of a firm under monopoly. Now we have analyzed short run equilibrium conditions, short run equilibrium and long run equilibrium of a monopoly firm. There are other possibilities also. There are multi-plant monopolist, there are discriminating monopolist, and we will be explaining the details of all these possibilities later. Thank you for now.